Alright. Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, as you can see, we are level 80 Bard. So, with that, we can now do the role quest for the melee and ranged DPS. And since the person related to the role quest is a Bard, similar to the Black Mage and White Mage one, Bard was the most appropriate choice to pick. So, we can now, with this, we can do the level 80 quests for the melee classes and the other DPS. So, Reek. I'm just gonna call you Lou. What's up, buddy? I'm ready to join the ranks. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Yes, of course you are. Just plain from the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of woman I've been looking for. You're perfect. Excuse me. My name is Lou Reek. Or Lou. And I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I'll have you know. Nay, I'm not one to settle for the one-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin eaters. Not only that, I've recently set my sights on a particularly notable fiend, one of the four cardinal virtues, those infamous instigators of the foot itself. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I cannot do it alone. However, with the aid of an equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have in mind to recruit. Feign entrance. Aha, I knew you would be interested. And should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You will be duly compensated for your service, rest assured. However, as much as I am certain you are the right woman for the job, 'tis only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but you would be shocked how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others. Man, I gotta prove myself. Alright. Where am I going? Lakeland? Alright. Probably be easier to just teleport out, wouldn't it? That is not the way to go. That takes me down to a pit. Alright. Tessellation. Alright, where am I going? Going out there in the fields, huh? Over there somewhere. Here we are, our probing grounds. You need only slay beasts of suitable ferocity before my very eyes to demonstrate your own. Naturally, we require bait to lure when out of hiding. Oi, my lord, got your package here. Who's this guy? Well done, my good man, and here's your payment. Oh, this? The bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a detour and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it'll take long for something to come hither. Alright. Let me get my Chocobro out. Throw this out and see what comes. Alright. Seems like a simple target. What do you think? Fantastic! I knew I was wrong. I was not wrong about you. Come, let's return to the Crystarium at once. Alright, I have proved myself. I have gotten on this guy's good side. Alright. Congratulations on a kill well made, my good woman. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let us commemorate the occasion with a feast. Drink and be merry. Alright, wonderful stuff, isn't it? My compliments to the chef. Oh, shit. I should like to return to our earlier discussion. That of the virtue I've engaged you to hunt with. Andreia is her name, and she roams Norvron in the guise of Renda-Rae, fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld. She is the most elusive eater who has been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been unwitnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in her head. Why not leave her be? If anything, is she not aiding local communities after a fashion? Alas, no. The beasts she slays arise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched sin eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more of her kind in unsuspecting towns and villages all across Norvron. Only you and I can stop her. So she was a warrior of light. Huh, what an odd thing to ask. But never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains, whatever 100 years ago, doesn't matter to me. The simple truth is, Renda-Rae was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating her at her own game would be an amazing feat, don't you think? And regardless what the warrior lights were back before they became sin eaters, that's what they are now. So we'd be doing folks a favor by killing one. Well, what say you, friend? Will you hunt Andreia with me? With pleasure. So begins our formal partnership. Ah, I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle, fighting side by side. The picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, it will take us time to study and understand our prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andreia. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, to think like a hunter, but it is easier than done. Anyway, as soon as I've determined where we ought to begin our search, I will inform you at once. Whatever you say, guy. Oh, was the order lacking? My apologies. Next time I'll see that you receive far more substantial compensation. Jesus Christ, dude. I want compensation! Do you have my compensation? What? Shocked I want my compensation? Wait, it's you! It's really you. You actually came. I didn't forget my compensation. I mean, never mind. You're here to hunt Andreia with me, yes? Of course you are. Why else would you be here? And wouldn't you know it, one of my hirelings should be returning with new information any minute now. Greetings, my lord. I am pleased to report that Andreia was recently sighted in Amarang, in the vicinity of Samuel's backbone, it would seem. Apparently, there was a right vicious spider that was getting folks trouble, and now it's been turned. It's about a dozen times worse. They'd be grateful for any assistance. I see. Well done, my friend. Your payment as promised. This guy's just racketing the money. Where's my payment? And why bother going on about pestering the small folk for news when you can employ others to do it for you? The better to devote our precious time to rather more important matters, I say. And owing to my winning strategy, we may now depart for Amarang and the delightfully named Samuel's backbone, for in pursuing the spider we may yet find its maker. Okay. I feel like working with this guy is going to be a peach. Oh boy. Alright, where am I going? Following the arrows. Oh, almost flew over it. This is certainly the place. I gather those bones once belonged to dear Samuel, but I see no troublesome Arcanid. It being a rather large desert, I had considered hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but have yet to spy a place where such individuals may congregate. Pity. Bah, nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work ourselves. We shall split up and search the sands for this sin-eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after we both search for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here. Let the hunt begin. I might hit the pop up the image if people start talking in the chat. Might pop the image up. Mr. Spider! No spider? Damn. What about over here? That's the dreaded spider. I was expecting something far worse. Oh, that was nothing. That was kind of disappointing. Oh. Oh, look who it is. Uh-oh. Headaches! The headaches are here! Oh. What's that? That thing's big. There she is, the Scourge of Norvran. The Devourer of Souls. Balam quits. bring this mark down. We bring this mark down, they'll be singing ballads about us till the end of the time. Never mind the king's bounty. Hell, we could buy ourselves a couple of castles apiece. Flanking maneuver, as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike as one. This can turn out badly. Damn it! She's onto us! Don't panic. We planned for this. We'll act as decoys while Renda-Rae brings her down. Go! Go! Wait, not yet! There's no need to rush this! Oh boy, this is getting badly. Sod it. Always so headstrong. Bugger me, my head! I can't! Oh! Zapped! No. No! Come back here and finish it, you bloody bastard! Finish me! And she's dead. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I'll not let it end like this, I promise. I'll kill that goddamn beast if it's the last thing I do. I mean, you have like what, level 1, level 5 gear, and you take on a beast like that? No, she's gone. Hey, what was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about wasn't like anything I've ever felt. Well, you can see, I can peer into the past. I have this special power. By the gods, and I thought we were lucky just to catch a glimpse of Andreia. But you're also telling me you were granted a vision of her past with this power of yours? Though, 2 warriors killed while hunting a great horned beast. Beast their surviving companion vows to slain revenge. I have heard this tale before, I know it. Bah, it's a common enough sort of tale, I suppose. And regardless, she is gone. Come, let's return to the Crystorium and celebrate your accomplishment. I mean, I didn't really accomplish much. I killed a sin eater, that's it. And I peered into the past. I didn't really accomplish much after that, beyond that. But, whatever. Who am I to complain? The table is set, and I bid you raise a glass with me that together we might toast your spectacular accomplishment. This guy went all out. Look at that feast. That's really nothing quite like a hearty. There's nothing quite like a hearty meal after a job well done. Drink up, my friend. Drink up. Had your fill. I have another few bottles waiting to be opened. No? Very well, if you insist. It occurs to me, my good woman, that I've yet to ask your name. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now. It's Cecilla. Renda-Rae. Reek and Cecilla. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Cecilla, the daring duo. The brave bounty hunters, the scourge of sin eaters. Once we have slain Andreia, not a soul nor Ron will not know our names. They shall ring out all across the realm. But why I should dwell over much on the victory before the struggle. While wise hunters prepared and patient, 'twould be prudent to send double and nay triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads. If I didn't know any better, you'd say you're a gillionaire. You sure it's wise to spend your money so freely? Worried about the budget of our brave endeavor? Oh, don't be. I'm prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever. Well, whatever you say. There she is, Cecilla, come to rejoin your bosom butt companion in the great hunt. It is well that you have, for I have obtained new information concerning the sighting of Andreia and Kolisha. The fiend has transformed yet another deadly mark, a great bear in this instance, into an even deadlier eater. And so it falls to Reek and Cecil to slay the newborn eater and to continue their pursuit of Norvron's most notorious virtue, to Kolisha and to glory. Alright. Alright. Whatever you say, buddy. Alright, Lou. Where are we going? Let us brook no further delay and commence our search, separately as before in Amarang. If you catch the eater first, I'll grant you leave to kill it without me. I trust you not be disappointed if the reverse were to occur. Surely not, surely not. I myself will be most put out if I happen to lose to you a second time, and so on that note, may the best hunter win. Let's see who comes out the victor this time. Alright. Who's it gonna be? No sightings? Damn. What about over here? Amongst these island rails. Nope. You failed to find any trace of bear you seek. Perhaps Lou Rek is indeed the better hunter this day. Damn. He outdid me. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Hate to say it, Cecil, but it seems we're late to the party. Landbird and his mates did the bear not before we could. So it's true then. You catch a lot in with the boy. You poor daft sod. But I don't understand. The eater was newborn. How could you possibly have learned of it and gotten here before we did? Well, see, that's the problem with relying on hired help. They're loyal to your coin, not you. And you're not the only one willing to open this purse. But more importantly, Rek, what's this I hear about you hunting Andreia? With help, I mean, rather than by your lonesome. I have a distinct memory of you storming off in a huff saying you didn't need me or anyone else to finish the job. Tell me I'm wrong. Do as you like. Help or no, you've no chance of beating me to the prize, because unlike you, I'm not all talk. And neither are me mates. Speaking of mates, how much did it cost you to buy her friendship? Do tell. I didn't get paid anything. Piss off, Lindbard. Why are you still here? You got your mark, didn't you? You should choose your friends more carefully, Sinner. When it all goes wrong, don't say I didn't warn you. I don't like this guy at all. You have questions, I'm sure. As you may surmise, Landbeard is once a comrade of mine. I took him into my service that we might hone our skills battling sin eaters in preparation for facing Andreia. However, I soon came to see that he was not all that capable of a hunter, and so I dissolved our working relationship. Unfortunately, he did not take it in stride, and instead resolved to recruit new companions that he might beat me at my own game. It would seem that his fortunes have improved greatly of late. So much so that I fear that we can no longer afford to dedicate time to tracking lesser eaters and must devote our undivided attention to the pursuit of Andreia. As such, we should be getting back to the Crystarium. But before we depart, I have one other matter to attend to in Yulmore. If I might trouble you to accompany me, but of course you will. Let's be off. Alright. What do you got going on in Yulmore? What are you doing over here? He's watching, he's came here for a show, huh? I see. Cecil, allow me to introduce you to my father and mother. Father, this is my traveling companion, and dear friend Cecil. She and I have resolved to hunt a particularly deadly sin eater. Indeed, I cannot overstate how terribly dangerous this eater is. That to pursue it is to court death itself. However, when we at last triumph over the fiend, all of Norvrun will sing our praises. Won't that be wonderful, Father? So long as you do not sully our good name, you are free to hunt whatever quarry you desire. I can do with all the petty details. Oh, jeez. Now then, how much do you require this time? Out with it. Oh, never mind. Just give the boy my coin purse, would you? I'm sure it will suffice for his trivial pursuits. That is why you're here, is it not? Another handout? Don't play coy. You've never been any good at it. You know, I honestly don't know why I came here. Keep your coin, Father. We're leaving Cecil right now. Well, that turned out pretty ugly. Man, that guy's a real pleasure. Alright. Forgive me, Cecil, but I'll forego the wine on this occasion. Father's lackluster reception has put me in rather dour spirits. As you may have gathered from our exchange, I am a free citizen of Yulmore. Owing to my parents' considerable wealth, I have enjoyed a relatively privileged upbringing. Privileged and unbearably boring, which is why I quit the city and resolved to become a bounty hunter. I'm no fool, though. I'm well aware of my fortunate circumstances, which is why I elected to conceal them from the people of the Crystarium. People are wont to jump to uncharitable conclusions. I feel as though you and I have established a rapport, though, and so I thought it best to bring you into my confidence. I pray you refrain from telling others. Now then, since Landbeard has decided to turn this into a race, we have no choice but to oblige him and slay Andreia before he does. This calls for a veritable army of hired hands. Alas, in a fit of frustration, I refused Father's coin. Without additional resources, we have no choice but to conduct the search by ourselves. Moreover, I'm rather embarrassed to admit that I can pay you only a token of sum at this time. But trust me, I will not deter. Well, I trust I'll not deter you from joining me anon. I was never. I have to think about it. I was never in it for the gil. Really? I mean, of course you weren't. Paris a thought. Alright. Sasa, my friend, thank the gods you're here. Ever since we parted ways, I've been exhausting myself running all over the Crystarium, questioning anyone and everyone, hoping someone might have seen Andreia, but alas. So you haven't gone outside even for a bit? Well, of course. Surely this is the limit of what a man of meager financial resources can accomplish. Oh boy. But never mind all that. For it but recently dawned on me that the vision you beheld of Renda-Rae's past could hold the clues of which we had been desperately searching. When you first described it to me, I felt as though I had heard it before, and I had. My wet nurse had told me the exact same story when I was still a boy. It was a tale of a courageous hunter who, together with her comrades, embarked on a quest to slay a notorious mark, a great horned beast. They came upon their quarry in a desert, and there attempted to lay it low. Alas, the beast had a singular strength, and the hunter a fatal weakness. And so, in the ensuing struggle, her comrades were killed, leaving her, the sole survivor, to swear vengeance. Would you not agree that your vision is a perfect match for this tale? Sounds like it. Then there would be no doubt. Renda-Rae is a celebrated hunter, the hero I so admired in my childhood. After that tragic day, the hunter resolved not to rely upon others and instead slew the beast by herself. She somehow found a way to compensate for her weakness. Anyway, my recollection of the tale is likely riddled with errors. We should ask Miss Elvira to recount it in full. She was a bounty hunter herself before she entered into our service, you know. So also, in light of all this, I would share with you with an interesting theory concerning all the virtues I heard from a fellow hunter. Apparently, each appears to be driven by particular memories, moments that forever change each of these fallen heroes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Renda-Rae being a hunter of notorious marks in life and death. I don't know why it never occurred to me before. But if that is indeed the reason why she behaves as she does, then the more we learn about Renda-Rae's adventures, the better our chances of predicting where she'll turn up. All the more reason to go and see my former wet nurse. Miss Elvira lives in a gate town in Kalisha. Let's be off then. Oh boy. Alright, back to Kalisha. Down to go to Gate Town, this little hovel of a place. Oh, hello. Cecil, this is Miss Elvira, the wet nurse who raised me for practically the entirety of my childhood. She was bonded to my family and lived with us in the city at the time, but when I came of age, she was forced to leave. Ma, you've grown to such a strapping young man, but I can't imagine you came to Gate Town just to pay me a visit, my little wreck. Not in front of her, if you please. But to answer your question, we did in fact come to see you. There were stories you told me as a child of a courageous hunter. Was that hunter perchance the warrior of light, Renda-Rae? Of all the reasons you could have had. Alright, those stories were Renda-Rae, the greatest bounty hunter of her day, the legend so many aspired to become. Less so after the flood. It was still fresh in everyone's minds when I was younger, and for all the good they had done in life, none could deny the chaos they sowed in death, as sin-eaters. But despite all of that, me and my mates still looked up to her. We knew all her feats and swore to preserve them, in secret if need be, that she might inspire future generations as she did had ours. So years and years later, when you wanted to hear tales of adventure and heroism, I couldn't help but share with you the ones nearest and dearest to my heart. I only wish I hadn't had to change all the names. Then it's true. The hero who I looked up to as a child, whose tales of daring do drove me to take up the bow as you had, to pester you for training that I might become a bounty hunter. It was her. Miss Elvira, Cecil and I are hunting Andreia, and we believe that one of the stories you shared with me may help guide our search. Naming the one about the great horned beast that killed her friends. Will you tell it to me again? Wicked White, is that? Oh, my little wreck. Very well. Even as a young hunter, Renda-Rae's incredible hearing was unparalleled. She could track a quarry through a forest by the most minute sounds of their passing, from miles away even, by some accounts. Even the most subtle and stealthy beasts would never eluded her for long. A misplaced foot, a snapped branch. Eventually, Renda-Rae would know, and her aim was always good and true. As she grew older and honed her skills further, she set her eyes on bigger prizes. She became a hunter of notorious marks, and together with her comrades earned fame and fortune. As their reputation swelled, so too did their egos. Only the most dangerous game would suffice, and so they resolved to hunt the scourge of Norvrant, the devourer of souls, Balam Quits. But what Renda-Rae did not realize was that her greatest strength would prove her undoing. When she faced Balam Quits, the beast roared with such force that it brought her to her knees. Helpless, she could only watch to claim the lives of her beloved comrades and fled. After burying the hunters and vowing that she would one day avenge them, she took up to the road once more. She met Ardbur and his fellow warriors of light, and for a time she accompanied the fledgling heroes in their adventures. To them, she was a breath of fresh air, a vibrant young woman who savored every moment and found joy in the simple pleasures. They knew not of her fallen friends, or how their deaths weighed heavily upon her still. The party wandered the realm, performed many great deeds, and growing ever stronger, as did Renda-Rae, while in Kalisha she even devised a means to defend against the powerful war that had been her downfall that fateful day. And then, while engaged in an adventure in Roktika, a rumor reached Renda-Rae's ears. Balam Quits, Scourge of Norvrant, Devourer of Souls, had been spotted wandering the Satio swamps. 'Twas a golden opportunity, but to seize it would be to face the beast alone. She could not wait for Ardbur and the others, nor could she ask that they forsake their sworn duty. But perhaps it was just as well, for the memory of her defeat still haunted her. The courageous hunter had allowed a single fear to take root in her heart, the fear of losing her new companions as she had her old. And so, as Renda-Rae was that Renda-Rae ventured forth in secret, resolved to slay her hated foe, Balam Quits alone. And with all of her strength and guile, the legend hunter did just that. Vengeance claimed she rejoined Ardbur and the others, and never spoke of the terrible battle twixt her and the dread beast. From that day forward, she was Renda-Rae, the warrior of light, and the deeds of her and her comrades would be celebrated forevermore. It's strange to think that the woman I admired when I was young would become the senior sword of Slay. What she became doesn't change who she was. Even if the tales were a little embellished over the years, they were rooted in truth. She was and will always be a hero to me, and to you, I hope. Thank you, Miss Elvira, for everything. I promise I'll visit you again soon. So, Cecil, remember that theory I told you about the virtues being driven by powerful memories? If Andreia is reenacting the journey leading up to her confrontation with Balam Quits, the one that took her from Amarang to Kalisha, then her next destination must be Roktika. Right, that's where she laid low the beast at last, in the Satio swamps, to be precise. And so that is where we shall go. Let us away. Now listen, Reek. There's an awful lot of people who don't know about Renda-Rae, or the world for that matter. So wherever you go and whatever you see, remember not to take it at face value. Don't just accept what others tell you as good as true. Listen to your heart and decide for yourself. And be safe. Cecil, was it? It was such a pleasure to meet a friend of Reek's. His parents never hesitated to provide him with the wealth and the opportunities they could, but when it came to love and support, well, all I can say is that it is a miracle that boy turned out as well as he did. One can never have too many friends or too much support. That goes for you as well, I should think. Yeah. Can't do everything alone. Alright. There's a deal. When I was little, Miss Alvaro seemed so much bigger and stronger than me. Though, to be perfectly honest, the way she carries herself even now bespeaks a confidence I cannot help but envy. But never mind that. We have a virtue to hunt. Let's commence our search at once, and keep your weapons at the ready, my friend. Oh. About time our luck took a turn for the better. There she is. Uh-oh. What? Now? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The headaches. I can't control the headaches. I'm sorry, buddy. I wish you were all here with me, but I know it's better that you're not. We have a score to settle, you bloody bastard. And this time I'm ready for your tricks. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I'll find this thing alone? Oh, boy. Alright. While I'm quits, vengeance will be mine this day. Just wait until I hit you with one of my dulling arrows. It worked! I've got you now, you bastard! You'll pay for taking them from me. Not gonna let you roar again. I've got plenty of arrows left. Yes, just like that. Cut your roar, you're nothing. It was my fault. My failure. That's why I have to do it alone. If I only had been this strong back then, they'd still be alive. You can feel it, can't you? The pain, the fear, it serves you right. What the? Where is this coming from? Uh-oh. Oh, God. I won't let it end like this. We won't. Gods damn it, Renda. Make it in the neck, I see. Are you hurt? Don't worry, I've got you. The lone wolf just had to do it on her own terms. Aye, well, I was never good at indulging foolishness. Don't tell me you followed my trail. I'll tell you all about it after we kill this bloody bastard, aye? Something's wrong. It's shrugging off our attacks. It's coming from me and Renda. Keep your distance. Gather around Nilebert, lend him their strength. Gonna roar again, huh? The hells you will. I've got plenty of arrows left for you yet. Well struck. Keep it up. Focus, everyone. Mommy's taking a beating. Renda, Nilebert, assist on me quickly. Summon all of its strength for something big. Finish it! Everyone to me, I'll lend you my power. Together we'll avenge my fallen friends. And it's dead! The beast has been slain! Huh, tough old bugger. Everyone alright? Albert, I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry for trying to go it alone. And why, pray tell, did you even try to do something so foolish? If we'd been here from the first, it wouldn't have been anything. It wouldn't have been anything even approaching a challenge. Back in the day, I was a bounty hunter. I told you that much. But I haven't told you about my older partners. Together we attracted and claimed countless notorious marks throughout Norvron. We were the best in the business. Everyone knew our names and our reputation. They called us legends. And somewhere along the way, we started to believe it too. And then we set our sights on Balam Quits. I survived. They didn't. I swore vengeance, but I had no idea how to go about pursuing it. Then I met Eula and thought that maybe, with your help, I might just have a fighting chance. So you see, I never intended to keep it all secret. It's just, you never asked, and since I'd rather not talk about it... Easy to live in the moment, you know? The next town, the next job. The weeks flew by, and after a time I started having second thoughts. I'd lost those closest to me before. I didn't want to live through that again. Are we or are we not comrades? Through thick and thin? These bonds of fellowship between us must come before all else. Otherwise, they may as well not exist. You said the thought of losing us pained you. What of our feelings? What of our loss? What if we had not arrived when we did? You saved our lives more times than I can count. How dare you refuse us to do the same? And without those keen ears of yours, I'll never know what Boggs, Brendan, and Nilebert are whispering about me behind my back. And ignorance is not bliss, let me tell you. This one's worth a fortune, and fame besides. I'll wager we won't have to pay for our drinks when we get back into town. Oh god, not another night to remember. Don't you worry about your pretty head over your fearless leader's questionable constitution. Take pride in the victory, for the small folk will sleep easy once they hear Balam Quits' demise. Until Arbor's drunk and snoring wakes them from their slumber. And on that note, I think it's time we quit this place. And Renda-Rae, I trust that next time you decide to hunt deadly game, you'll do us the courtesy of extending us an invitation. And there I thought I was doing you a favor by keeping you out of my personal affairs. Selfish as it was. On a fine, but if you go and die on me, I'll pay a necromancer to raise you from the dead so I can kill you out of spite. Agreed. Now then, mind cutting off whatever it is you need to take back as proof of the kill? I don't want to lose a reward on that technicality. It's a crystal! Such a fine crystal. Why not hold on to it as a memento of this occasion? Whoa! Fancy that! Wake up, damn you! Hello? What's wrong with you, huh? That's the second time your so-called gift has cost us a chance at slaying Andreia. You know what? I've had enough. Enough, I say. Yes, I don't need your help. I'm perfectly capable of hunting the city near my own. Good luck with that. Upon our return to Gate Town, you'll be given your final payment, and we'll be free to go our separate ways. Well, that was just plain rude. It's not like I have control over the gift. I wonder if it's better if I go to right first. I don't know if it's closer to Gate Town. Well, I guess we're a little closer. Honestly, I don't know why I replaced my faith in you. You are such a disappointment. Consider this a formal dissolution of our partnership. Let none ever again speak the names of Reek and Cecil in the same breath. Yes, never again. And with that, I bid you good day. When he was little, Rick's parents punished him for a time by withholding his allowance. Without money to lavish on his friends, he soon found that many were only drawn to him by his wealth. I dare say he feared you would abandon him as they did, and decided to push you away first. I'm not trying to make excuses for what he said. I can only hope you can find in your heart to forgive him. Take some time to think it over, then come see me. Oh, and take this for your troubles. Alright. I'm sure a talented woman like yourself is needed all over the realm, and so I thank you for sparing a moment to hear me out. Since you two parted ways, Reek has come to visit me several times. Though he's in blessedly good health, I worry for his spirits. I think you may have been the only friend he has had for some time. I considered journeying to the Crystarium myself to look in on him, but I find travel rather difficult these days. If you go in my stead, it'll put my heart at ease. Fine. Let's knock some sense into this guy. Reek's customary seat is empty, and there's nothing to suggest he was occupied recently. Perhaps something will not have noticed passing. Looking for Master Reek, are we? I dare say you're the only one. Word is, Mummy and Daddy cut him off, so there's no point in pretending to like the little shit anymore. Last I saw him, he was moping about like someone that shot his Amaro. I'm sure he'll turn up eventually. Kalisha, right? You're Luke Reek's partner. I was a Landbeard, remember? Well, it was, I ought to stress, because after we left you, we headed straight to Raktika. We heard a rumor Andreia was there, and Landbeard just wanted to strike while the iron was hot. By the time we realized we were overmatched, it was too late. I saw Landbeard fall, and when the senior set her sights on the others, I fled. Call me a coward if you like, but my cowardice saved my life. Wicked way, I still remember looking back as I ran, and seeing Landbeard rise to his feet. I told everyone what had happened to warn them off the hunt. Some listened, but few bloody fools took up their weapons and joined the hunt. Glory-hungry imbeciles, and not one of them was to have returned. Didn't expect Luke Reek to be one of them neither. I remember thinking it odd, especially when I saw him leave Raktika alone. You're meeting him there, I presume. Good luck, friend. Have no doubt that you're going to your doom. Oh boy. Well, at least we know where we're going. But does anyone else have information for us? Let's find out. Lurek, the Meister Lordling? If he ain't his usual table, I have no idea where else to look. Well, thanks. But I already know where to go, buddy. All right. What are you doing out here? Mourning in the sun, or not the sun, the rain. Cecil, why are you here? Don't tell me it came from me. It's terrible. It's horrible. Andreia, she's... You don't need to tell me. I can take a glimpse in the past and find myself. Renda-Rae! If all of you remains, then hearken to my words. I have come to lay your soul to rest, alone as you yourself faced Balam quits a century ago on this very ground. Uh-oh. Landbeard? Oh gods, no. Well, uh-oh. Don't tell me. You beheld a vision of my past just now, didn't you? I thought as much. Wasn't but a moment ago that I confronted them. Awfully useful, that trick of yours, though I can't understand why you kept using it every time we ran into Andreia. I can't control when it happens. Huh? So it wasn't something you did deliberately? Good to know. Anyway, unintentional or not, at least I won't have to convince you of what I saw. She's turned Landbeard and those other hunters into sinews like herself. A human axeman, a Galgant swordsman, a dwarven healer, an elven mage. It looked awfully familiar, didn't it? She's rebuilding her fellowship. She's remaking the Warriors of Light. And for the life of me, I can't understand why. I mean, I understand why she came here in the first place. She's reliving the hunt for Balam quits. But Renda-Rae sued the beast herself. The stories were clear about that. Nope, she did not. What? They were there too? And the stories were wrong? God struck me down. I've been such a fool. Why did I ever think I could do this alone? I hope you can find in your heart to forgive me for all the things I said, Cecila. I've regretted my behavior ever since that day we parted ways. It was stupid and nonsensical and utterly pointless. I'm not sure I could even tell you why I did what I did. It's fine. Water under the bridge. Thank you, my friend. I hope it is alright if I can call you that. Alright then. Andreia should be around here somewhere. Still in the hunt for Balam quits, I expect. Not that she'll ever find it. No doubt Landbeard and the others are with her too. He and I may have had our differences, but I did not wish that fate on my worst enemy. He deserves to be laid to rest. They all do. Renda-Rae most of all. She is my hero, and if I have to kill her to save her soul, then so be it. But this is too much for even the best hunter to handle alone. And I am far from the best. The only way I see through this is together. You and me, my friend. What say you? Now, I came this far. Ha! I asked for a word and he gave me a nod. Fair enough. Before we resume the hunt in earnest, though, let's return to Gate Town and let Miss Alvara know that's all is well. After all, you wouldn't have come unless she sent you. All right. Cecil, what a pleasure to see you again, and in the company of little Rek, no less. Or Reek. I'm not sure if it's Reek or it's a Rek. Am I right in assuming you patched things up? I should like to think so, yes. and it is all thanks to you. Had he not implored her to give me another chance, I might still be sitting alone in the swamps, dwelling on my myriad failings. And you, my friend, I know not why you sought her out on your own, but I'm glad you did. Miss Elvira is perhaps the only person who truly cares for my well-being, but she has no one to look after her. Don't be silly, Rex. I have you, don't I? And before you start blabbering about how you wish you could properly reward Cecilla, as I can tell you're about to, know that I prepared a hearty meal just for her. Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Nevertheless, I shall see that you both duly compensate once we have claimed the bounty of Andreia. And claim it we shall, for united Reek and Cecilla are unstoppable, is what I'd like to say, but I know my own limitations better than anyone. It would be prudent to make proper preparations at this juncture. You two should see to it that you're ready for the struggle ahead. It will be a mighty one indeed, and one well worth the effort, my friend. All right, I'm ready to take it on. Cecil, my friend, my partner, I trust you're ready. Good, good. That is very good indeed. Before we depart to face Andreia for what I pray is the final time, I have a confession to make. I may have been somewhat misleading when I intimated the tremendousness of my martial prowess. In truth, it rather pales in comparison to yours. Do tell. You must be pretty crestfallen, I'm sure. It's my deepest regret that I allowed you to labor under the misapprehension that we were equals for so long. In my defense, I must say that when I realized what an exceedingly powerful warrior you truly are, I was dumbstruck. I struggled to convince how even to approach the subject. Furthermore, I must admit that great majority, nay, all our efforts to hone our skills in preparation for the battle to come have been entirely for my benefit, that the disparity between us might not be so readily apparent. To think that my insecurity drove me to postpone this fateful day for so long. In my cowardice, I allowed Andreia to assemble a party of followers, where before we might have only had to contend with one foe, we must now confront 5. And for all my preparation, I'm still no more likely to be an asset to you more than a hindrance. But perhaps that may not be the case. In discussing this grim reality with Miss Elvira while you were away, we hit a potential stratagem. Recall your Renda-Rae's greatest strength and weakness, her preternatural hearing. We can be reasonably certain that Andreia is possessed of it as well. Therefore, if you were to fashion a device that could produce a loud noise at will, you could use it to secure an advantage in your battle. What I lack in strength of arms, I may make up with guile. While not guarantee us victory, it will surely bring us one step closer. 1,000 pardons, Master Reek, but I have come to deliver a message from your Lord Father. Daddy, what does he want from me now? It's come to your Lord Father's attention that you have acquitted yourself rather poorly as a bounty hunter and have brought terrible shame upon our family name. He commands you to cease all activities at once and return to the city forthwith. Should you fail to do so, you will be stripped of your citizenship and family name. No further financial assistance will be provided. Oh dear. You may tell my father and my mother the following. I am Renda-Rae, proud bounty hunter, slayer of sin eaters, that I have no intention of renouncing this cause, and that they are free to do so as they deem fit. Tell them that if they have no son, then I have no parents, that I have no family save Miss Elvira, who has shown me more love than they ever have. Very good, Master Reek. I shall deliver your reply to them at once. Good riddance. The mother didn't even acknowledge him. Right, now that's settled, we can get to work crafting that giant noisemaker of ours. Let's consult with the craftsman and the crystalline mean at once. I dare say you lit a fire in him, Cecilla. I'd never thought I'd see the day when he'd muster the courage to say anything like that to his parents. Good. He needed a good kick. What's all this then? Got something that needs making? Indeed I do, good sir. I wish to commission the production of a device that can generate a tremendously loud sound. It must be small and light enough to be carried by a single individual as well. Ain't that one of the stranger requests I've heard? Well, if it's just noise you want, then I wager we can make something make do with a special blend of fire sand. I've got just the recipe for your needs. I'll just need some choice ingredients, mind, and you'll need to go fetch them for me. Fetch? What precisely is it you require? Well, there's one particular BC native to Kalisha that's what's got a singular diet leaves these massive dung piles. The fresher the better, if it please. A few varieties of grasses native to Raktika. Oh, and some iron from Amarang. I can give you a list if you like. To where? I'll need to travel to far corners of Norvrun and back. Oh dear, this is rather more involved than I. No more excuses. I'll do whatever it must need to be done to see this through the end. My friend, I'll not impose these tasks upon you. I insist that you remain here while I go and fetch the required materials. You sure about that? Oh, okay. I'll leave it to you, buddy. Where am I going? I'm going all the way over there. Well, if this is something he wants to do, then let him. Oops. It was a series of surprisingly harrowing experiences, but in the end, I managed to obtain the materials necessary for the construction of my secret weapon. That general was rather accommodating, despite being somewhat put out that I had not any guilt to pay him for his labor. He was nevertheless willing to teach me how to craft the arrows and set myself. He said he found my industriousness endearing. I must confess, despite being utterly exhausted by all this busy work, it has been somewhat refreshing. And now that my noisemaker arrows are ready, I cannot wait to put them to proof. If all goes to plan, the explosion should be loud enough to incapacitate Andreia for a time. Let us put an end to her tale, my friend, and in doing so, right the opening of ours, that will Reek and Cecilla, bounty hunters extraordinaire. Come, Raktika and glory await. This guy's very excited. Glory awaits! Alright. If I may make one small request before we begin, please, for the love of God, don't try to succumb to any visions of people's pasts. This really could not be a worse time. I'll try. I can't make any promises. Like I said, I have no control over it. Alright, you fake warriors of light. I'll take you all on. Well, are you still with me? In the here and now? Excellent. Then we can attend to the task at hand without worry. Let us lay to rest our fellow hunters and grant Renda-Rae the peace that a hero deserves. Alright, 2-on-5. Great. I'll distract Andreia with a noisemaker arrow. Seize the opening to strike. Here goes nothing. It worked. It really worked. I can't believe it. They're defending her. Damn it. We'll have to deal with them first. Always kill a healer. God damn it, Landbard. Beer, I'm sorry you're dead, but you don't have to be such a bloody arse about it. What did I do to deserve such attention? Whoa. Leave me alone, Landbeard. You do you. You're doing good holding them off. You're right over there, Lurak. You're getting beaten up. All right. That's it. Only 2 more to go. I'll draw up Andreia. You handle the knight. I like you're out of the field. God, that knight is in the way. Dispatch him first. I'm working on it. Oh. Now it's just another chance. I'm a little knocked down here. You ruined my deal. Heads up, arrows incoming. Damn, look at those there. Look at that. I wish I had that ability. It's just us and Andreia now. It's time for Rick and Cessa to write a new legend for the ages. Sorry, buddy, it was too far away. Man, I wish I could spam my LB3 as often as she could. Rest in peace, Renda-Rae. We won. Even seeing it and saying it hardly feels real. That's what's left of her crystal. Huh? What's that you got there? Wicked White, you're Renda-Rae, the real Renda-Rae. I should never betray your trust. Never again, I swore. Never again. Balam quits, the Shadowkeeper, the Flood. Damn it. Come what may, we would face it together. No matter how hard it got, or how terrified I was. That's what it means to let someone into your heart, knowing full well that nothing lasts forever. To welcome the fear, the pain, the sorrow. When I lost my parents, when we laid the Keeper low, you felt it too, didn't you? To place our faith in a desperate, hopeless attempt to save everyone, and to see it amount to naught in the end. What else could we do but offer up that tiny reminder in a final futile effort? Even knowing deep down it was worth but of a few moments more. What is this? You gave me fear, and that fear gave me strength. Wait, there's so much I'm gonna ask! Too bad, it's just a recollection of her memories. I don't understand. What was she talking about? It's not right. It's not fair. Heroes sacrificing themselves for nothing, becoming villains, being forgotten. Thank you, Cessa. I could never have gotten this far without your help. I had no idea who Renda-Rae or any of the other warriors of light truly were. It was all ancient but history to me. Why would I care for some eaters once were? I was no better than my parents, judging them out of hand, dismissing their sacrifices, not bothering to look deeper. I made it all the easier to pursue Andreia for my own amusement. I pray I've made up for it in part by helping to lay Renda-Rae's soul to rest. Miss Elvira was probably worried sick about us both. I we should probably return to Kalisha and let her know we're alright. Yes, we should. Alright. My little Rex, Cecila, congratulations on a job well done. And from one hunter to another, I thank you for helping Renda-Rae to achieve a measure of peace. She was a hero to me, too, and it broke my heart to know what had become of her. To have her let your legacy tarnish so, to have the world call you a villain even still, but at least I can take comfort in knowing she can finally enjoy her long rest. Whatever others may say, we will preserve the truth in story and song. Renda-Rae, the bravest hunter there ever was, and, more importantly, a true friend to those she held dear. I can only hope to measure up to her example someday. For now, however, I would say we return to the Crystarium and raise a glass to celebration. Huh. Job well done. Nah, I can hold a glass to that. That is not. I did that too early. Duh. Andreia's bounty has been paid to us in full, my friend. So come, let us eat and drink and be merry. I've been meaning to ask Cecila, but I have the impression you are rather more acquainted with these warriors of light than you have been letting on. What exactly do you know about them? Well, I am a warrior of light myself. Just not from this world. Got lots of stories to say. That has so preposterous a tale that I have no choice but to assume it is true. Offering up their lives to cross the rift and then to halt the flood. Wicked White. It must have taken her so much courage to see through it in those final moments. A courage born not of a desire for glory or dedication to an ideal, but a fear and love for those with whom she had forged unshakable bonds. Her comrades. I won't pretend we have anything else even approaching such a powerful connection, but I'd like to think that if you were in mortal peril, that I would fly to your side without hesitation. Having said that, if I were tested as Renda-Rae were, if I were challenged to offer up my life for others without even knowing it, if it would amount to the thought, I doubt I could rise to the occasion. I am a child and a fool who knows little of the world. I have been coddled and spoiled, and have only just tasted the bitter fruits of life that you and countless others sup up on daily. You are made of sterner stuff, Cecila, far sterner than me, and that is why I know I can never walk your path. Do you wish you could? How could I not? I cannot recall a time I felt happier and more alive than when I have traveled with you. But you have countless other journeys ahead of you, don't you? For you are just destined for greater challenges, whereas I am suited to rather more pedestrian affairs. I know your limits, as Miss Elvira used to say. Meeting her again after all these years, seeing how much older and more frail she'd become, made me realize how little time together we have left. She shouldn't have to live out her days living alone and in squalor. I have decided it will not be so. I shall return to Kalisha and tend to her needs, for I would do my utmost to repay the love and kindness that made me the man who I am today. Well, that's good! Therefore, though it pains me to say it, I feel this celebration must also mark the end, or at the very least, a tentative suspension of the glorious partnership that was Reek and Cecila, bounty hunters extraordinaire. Should you ever find some in Kalisha, however, do come and pay us a visit. I will. You can count on me, buddy. If I ever feel like it. Alright! And that is the end of the role quests for the melee and ranged DPS. Now we can actually access the final quests, the final job quests for said classes. So, awesome. I should have done this before Monk. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.